engagement down here. He's going to need a lot of help from this planetary fortress. I don't know if Resin plans on help defending this top expansion. He's going to have to do something. These SCVs are going down, or to transfer, and this planetary fortress gets taken out instantly.
Oh my god, almost no repair at all going on. The mule tries to escape, a couple SCVs sit by, but still nothing happens. And as a reaction to that, he just built another command center with one SCV, and it's floating down to the other gold base instead. He's like,
Training's... Oh, sorry, but training's down here at the bottom expansion, or at purple space, Schlank space, and he's training his banshees to be mass murderers, for they are raping these marauders. But, you know, cloak banshees aren't very good when there's detection. Because they're...
yeah,
Yeah, see, Resin, you're not Beast, you're weird. I don't know if these two know each other, because they're not really working together. They're sort of just doing their own thing in the same game.
yeah, I would almost kind of assume that training and his partner here, Resin, were going to win early on, but now it's really hard to say because the fourth is established, and they're not losing the money from losing bases taken from any other kind of bases established. And sorry, I meant third, not fourth.
Yeah, the training, he has his command center down here. Yeah, like you said, at the gold expansion. I think Resin wants to push out because he's pinging the minimap saying, let's go, I want to go here and attack. Schlenk has half of his army at the top, and no, training, no, come on, listen to your friend Resin. No, no, all these banshees. He needs to learn to cloak at the time. Okay, okay. They've got some sort of coordination going down. Mick Cool is spending his entire army down to take out this one command center. Okay. This is actually...
Okay choice.
Yeah, Resin is ripping apart this anti-air force at top very quickly. Everything anti-air just dies, so that's good.
They've decided now to converge on the center of the map almost. The storms are going to come in handy, and seeing as there are no ghosts on the map, I think he has the potential to completely destroy this as long as training makes his way down to the battle and mass storms going down. I mean, nothing can really overwhelm this as much as the storms have overwhelmed that army. The tanks are going to kind of help them hold the position, but it almost seems like they're able to defend, but with the lack of anti-air after those storms, which most likely killed off all the Marines. Oh my God, I don't even know what to say. They're actually holding right now.
The Banshees are coming in, like you said. They're trying to pick off as many Marauders as fast as they can. The Colossus finally goes down. Yeah, the army, like you said, it seems to be holding, but it's going to be kind of a tough battle to take care of all these cloaked Banshees with no detection.
Oh my God! And right now, training is just moving around the map. I think that Resin wanted him to do a bit more damage than just kind of target down assimilators. But okay, I think he's decided it's finally time to go do that. Resin screaming at his teammate, "Kill!" And that's exactly what he's doing. If he can manage to snipe out these production facilities, it's gonna be the end of the game for our friend McCool and Schlank down here.
I don't know because it seems like... Oh, wait. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're a bit ahead of me again. I don't know what happened, but it's fine. We'll just keep going with it. Immortals do not seem to be very good against Banshees. Banshees are just tearing up the inside of this Protoss's base. Okay, here comes Marines at a Thor to try to take up these Banshees, and a lot of Banshees just get taken out because... Oh my gosh. So many Banshees die. And, oh, almost all the Banshees are dead. Okay, there's 5 left. That's fine. There's a big Protoss army of Resins coming down towards the middle. And they're right about to be outside the Protoss base. They're outside the Protoss base. Is he going to push? I don't know if he should, though, because those tanks are kind of scary.
Yeah, but he's decided to push anyway. It's with this rather small force.
Yep. I don't know if this is going to... No. Well, those High Templars are doing a lot of damage. No, nope. That was not a good idea. High Templars are expensive.
And Resin saying make units please, but okay, he's actually starting to make Marines now, but it's a bit late and the upgrades are kind of not going in his favor here for Terran. However, though, he is still keeping on the air production, but switching over to Vikings. It's an okay idea. What would you think of that decision to kind of switch over to Vikings, seeing as they're not so good against ground?
Um, uh, I don't think a Viking switch would be that good of an idea, to be honest. I think Thor's would be the best idea, even though Thor's can get quickly taken out by Banshees. If he's not paying attention to his Banshees, then they can get ruined really, really fast by Thors.
Yeah, exactly. And the Thor is actually an amazing tank for damage. So I
Exactly.
think, yeah. So I think that perhaps you actually are entirely correct, where he could switch to the Marines and the Thors perhaps, and keep his Vikings to have air control, and the Thors can actually tank for the low upgraded Marines.
I'm sort of
Another
unimpressed with this Protoss player McCool. I mean, he hasn't done a lot this game. I'll be honest. Protoss or Terran seems to be the one to be carrying them this game.
Yeah, I think it's the cause of that is because of the mind games that training put on him early on with the Banshee harass. Usually, when you get harassed, it kind of can throw you off in certain ways, and I think that might have just worked in training's favor.
If you click on
Uh,
the resource tab really fast, um, Razin Resin has
Resin.
10,000 minerals.
Oh my
10,000,
god.
yeah. And he could, transfer some of those minerals to his friend training, but no, he'd rather just let him, fight for his minerals. McCool
Yeah.
comes out and picks off this expansion at the gold, which is a huge, huge win for the other side.
Oh, exactly. And they've actually had both the golds for a little while now. You can see the top gold is actually mined out, and a small engagement down on the bottom. Resin actually deciding, hey, you know what? I've got $250,000 saved up. I'm gonna push in your base a little bit and see what damage I can do. But he's sacrificing his High Templars, not storming, and I think he might actually maybe come in ahead, take out the Thor, and do a tiny bit of damage. No, not necessarily. The DTs are doing work, however. Moving a little bit deeper into the base, he's kind of bringing his DTs and his Stalkers down. No detection whatsoever, so all the Marines that are popping out of those production facilities are going to get sniped, and I don't think he realizes yet the DTs are going to town on his reactors and tech labs, and that's definitely going to hinder him a little bit later game. Okay, there we go. Little reaction.
Um, yeah, the top right-hand expansion for the purple player is just completely annihilated by a bunch of Marines and Banshees. These Banshees are going around cleaning up whatever they can for free. I would say this game is GG unless if uh, purple can pull something out of his hat, but I don't see it happening. Resin with 10,000 minerals is going to be kind of hard to stop because even after you kill his armory 3, 4 times, he's still going to be able to remacro quite easily considering he has two two bases that are still mining.
Oh, exactly. I think the only way for the right-hand side team to win would be to jab directly into the heart of their opponent, try to battle off the army, and go for a base race kind of situation, whereas they have so much money themselves, they could take out the production facilities after that little skirmish of engagements inside the mains, and come out ahead. And we have DTs just taking out the bottom gold base itself, so back on the even playing field, but those minerals were mined off quite a bit, about 300 from each patch, so...
Yeah, Resin's telling him to scan, but Chang's like, I don't have a scan, sorry, bro. And if Resin only knew, he can actually storm and still hit the DTs because Cloak doesn't. Yep, see, now he's doing it. But it's not going to be enough. He does need that detection. He's leaving his high Templars behind, which is not a good idea. The DTs finally pull back, and that's now they're heading down for the left-hand base, even though all the minerals are almost completely mined out, so that'd be pointless.
Yeah, but the good thing he is going for the production, as I kind of stated. I don't think he's really watching too much, but he's going to be able to do a bit of damage, and now the Observer comes overhead, and those DTs are going to be shunned back to their home world of air.
Finally.
Yeah.
These Banshees are... One of them's gonna make it out alive? Yes! One of them makes it out alive, and he's... Oh, no. 3 Stalkers being warped in. Okay, hold on. He's microing. He can
He
do it.
got him cloaked.
No. Come on. Cloak. Cloak.
Oh
No.
my
Wait,
god.
does it make it out alive? Are we watching the same Banshee, the one in the right-hand corner? Yes.
Yeah, he's kind of bypassing all the missile turrets and
Yes.
everything in the base.
Luckiest Banshee ever. Oh my gosh, and is he gonna get this refinery? I sure hope he does. A whole bunch of stalkers moving out towards Resin's being built base. Um, Storm's going down, except for they're not being very effective in killing McCool's units. They're just basically killing off the zealots that are his own. Schlank is trying to do anything, but it's kind of hard when you're broke. Both players on the right hand side are broke, 95 with 35 with zero income. And actually, no one has hardly any income right now. So I think if both red and blue just gathered everything they had and pushed, I think they'd be able to win.
Yeah, I totally agree. Oh, and Storm's going down on the Protoss army of McCool, and Storm's also going down on the Terran army of Schlank, but he's running in with the Marines and doing quite a little bit of damage here. I think that perhaps this gold base might happen to be taken out once more. Maybe not if these probes get pulled and he can actually manage to hold off. Decent force
Ooh,
fields,
yeah,
actually.
nice force fields.
Indeed, that points defense drone is actually going to help in securing that base as well. So I was a bit wrong in saying that he might be able to hold on, and GG called by Schlank.
Yep, there's the GG. McCool left without a GG. Everyone's leaving. And I would say it was a really good game.
No, entirely. They almost had the map mined out. Actually, if you look at the corner expansions, which I said were kind of difficult to take, actually almost got mined all the way out, and the golds are being worked on as we speak.
Yeah,
So,
wow. Yeah, this map or this game proved you wrong with the whole two base game map. I can see why it'd be a two base mostly play because it really did come down to these corner bases. But I don't know. I can see why you'd say that. Um, yeah, I think that was actually a pretty freaking funny game. Training the whole time refused to do anything but Banshees, Marine. At the end, he started getting Vikings, but they didn't really play a big role in this game. Uh, Training seems to be one of those guys who doesn't really care about winning, but he's just like, yeah, I'm here for the win, and he just does the kind of things he wants to. Resin seems, more like the guy who's like, yes, yes, I want to win, but I will be the quiet killer. He's like the Russian guy who sits in his like armchair, or is like folded with his like his sweater, like turtleneck sweater, and he like doesn't really care about what his opponent or what his ally does. He just plays the game he knows.
yeah, like rotating corners between his knuckles, like, come and get me when you are done, and my forces will be ready for you.
Yeah, exactly, because he didn't want to move out until he had a 200 army. So, yes, with our Russian superstar Resin, nice job carrying this game. I would say Resin was a bigger part of this game than Training was, even though fletching funny. Holy cow, Mass Banshee! I wish I could do that in my High Diamond League and win, but it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen like that. Um,
No.
yeah. The things
So,
that Schlank could have done and McCool could have done. Go.
I really think that Schlank and McCool could have tried to go on offensive earlier. I seen actually warp prisms coming from Resin, and they could have taken a hint off of that for themselves. Because, to be honest, they were almost contained in a way where there was air units from training flying around the map. So I'd say the only way to kind of pressure themselves to easily get those expansions up and running would be a warp prism per se, or maybe like a strong, dedicated push, because it's almost like they were too scared to do anything this map.
It did seem like that. Well, let's round this game up. What do you say?
I would say thank you guys for sending in the game. It was really a pleasure to watch. Lots of good strategical options kind of coming out of training and his partner Resin here. I like the way you kind of hold each other off a bit. Perhaps try sending each other a bit of money next time because you guys were rich. And sorry that you guys lost McCool and your partner here, Schlank, but keep going, keep it up, and we'll see you guys in Masters someday.
Yes, sir. All right. Little bit of self promotion. Send more replays to lolcats at hotmail.com. We need more replays.
Do it or we will find you.